guys, it's Dane at ZIMM'S Guitars right here in Mesa, Arizona. I am a buy, sell, and trade guitar shop, and we make YouTube videos just to get the word out about our store. We want to get some customers. We want you guys to come in here. I've got so many guitars right now. There is an explosion of used guitars out in the world right now, but come on down the hallway here. I got something to show you. Way back here, down the hallway, heading towards the bathroom, I've got a whole entire hallway full of guitars. And I'm thinking there's maybe 30 guitars back here. This is just Overstock stuff that I have. They're all great guitars. They've all been set up. They're all ready to sell. So what I want to do here is I want to go through every one of these one at a time and show you exactly what we got. So let's go ahead and get started doing that. Okay, tons of guitars down the hallway. This is the first one, Epiphone Special 2 with the 2 pickups and the 3-way switch in black. I mean, this is great for a beginner. It's not too beat up. I don't see really any scratches on it that's anything that's too bad. But there's an Epi. Okay, this next one. This is an EART guitar. E-A-R-T. And I actually got this guitar from Phil McKnight. So the EART is kind of a weird thing. I think it was maybe entertainment art. I don't know. They combined a couple of words to come up with that. But these are stainless steel frets. And this guitar company has a whole different way of manufacturing their guitars, where they cut the frets, file the ends of the frets, and then they install them down in the fingerboard. So this is a very unique guitar. I'm surprised I still have it, honestly. But it's really hard for new guitar brands with an unusual name. It's not a good brand name in my opinion, but these are great guitars. This one is still here. Up next we have an Epiphone Special, SG Special. You got the 2 pickups, humbuckers, you got the 3-way switch down here. Very good guitar for a beginner. Missing its high E string, we can take care of that. But yeah, an Epiphone SG Special. Okay, now we're looking at an Epiphone Slasher. Now this is a really cool guitar. Gibson also has this model of guitar, but you got the 2 cool Epiphone branded humbuckers in here. 3-way switch, really cool, kind of offset shape in a beautiful blue color. This is called the Epiphone Slasher. Up next we have a Sawtooth Strat. Now these were kind of a big deal 5 years ago. Michelangelo Badio, that super shredder guy, like the fastest guitar player on earth, he works with this company. I don't know if he's part owner or whatever, but he worked with Sawtooth. I saw him out at the NAMM show, and this brand had a lot of momentum there for a little while. I think they might have died off. The same brand makes drum sets. They've really done a lot, but here it is sitting here, a Sawtooth Strat. Very close and comparable to a Squier Strat. Nothing too fancy, but this one is for sale. It's here. Okay, everything down the hallway. The back room of our store, this is an Epiphone Special GT. So I think the GT pretty much means that it has a Fender style trem on it. So most of these, I'm gonna say, are hardtails. This one has the trem on it, very unusual for an Epiphone. It's got a little carve here on the back. It's kind of cool if you want the Epiphone Les Paul shape, but you want the Fender style tremolo at the same time. This one does that. Up next we have a Gretsch Electromatic And it says Gretsch here on the pick guard. 3-way switch. I've had this guitar for a while. It is set neck construction, nice red. It's got the good tuners on it. Made by Gretsch, but it's the Electromatic. You don't see very many of these. It does have sort of the archtop body. It's not just a flat piece of wood. And you've got some little tiger stripes on here. Not a bad looking guitar. It's kind of cool, and it says Gretsch on it. Okay, up next we have a Fernandez. Now this was part of we did a collection of Fernandez guitars video a couple of months ago, and it did good on the channel. This one is still here. It was part of that whole video where we looked at every Fernandez guitar that we have in the shop. Now Fernandez did go out of business. I think it's maybe been 6 months to maybe a year ago now. So they're becoming rare because, you know, they're not making new ones anymore. Yeah, but there it is, a Fernandez. I forget what the model of these are. I think it was maybe something like an RF55 or something.
I was going to say it's like an ST something.
Yeah. But there it is, a black Fernandez. Most likely made in Japan. It could be Korea, South Korea made. But these guitars, sometimes guys really love these things. Alright, so this is the main wall of the store. And we are a used buy, sell, and trade store. A lot of you guys already know that. But, you know, everything in this video that we're showing you guys today is kind of overstock stuff that we put down the back hallway. And sometimes when there's an empty spot that becomes available on this wall, so BC Rich right there, then we'll go back in the back room and we'll make sure that this wall is always full of guitars. So again, the video that we're looking at today is overstock stuff. The used guitar world right now, it's oversaturated. There's a lot of used guitars, so we're doing great deals on these guitars. But again, sometimes we end up with an empty spot out here, you know, a couple times a week or whatever. And then we'll take one of those guitars that's in the back and we'll look at it, we'll tune it up, we'll shine it up, and we'll stick it out here on the main wall. All right, up next, we have a Hamer. Now this is a imported Hamer, the AT series. I think these were made in South Korea. And this is kind of a double cut version. And I remember getting this in a hoard of guitars a long time ago. Oh no, I'm wrong about that. Made in China. Does have locking tuners on it. It's a fun guitar for somebody. You know, Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. I've got my Cheap Trick tickets for this Sunday. Going out to the casino to see them. But all those cool guitars that Rick Nielsen plays, a lot of those were Hamer guitars. And so once in a while, guys will come in and they'll be like, hey bro, I got a couple of Squires, or, you know, will you make me a deal? Because I kind of really want that blue Hamer that you have. And so that's what this kind of stuff is for. It's the buy, sell, and trade store. And we have a good time doing business with you guys. And this one is available. It's a little blue Hamer double cut. So, kind of a fun guitar. So up next we're looking at the Yamaha Pacifica. And this is a Strat style guitar that is really, really very, very popular. Yamaha makes tons of music equipment. If you go to the NAMM show, Yamaha has their own building. They make so much great stuff. And their guitars, if you A/B them next to an average Fender Squire or something, these things are better in a lot of ways. Sometimes guys really love these things and they do tons of modifications to them. But again, Yamaha, it's a great brand. And we have this little Yamaha Strat starter guitar right here. Next up we got a Kramer. This is the Focus 111S. So the 111. Kramer's version of a Squire, can we just say that? And it's got a really neat color about it. Kramer guitars, they were a big deal. And then what happens to a lot of guitar companies, they do this. They make the cheap ones in China. You end up sort of, in a way, ruining your reputation. I know a lot of guitar companies, they couldn't resist importing their stuff from China, selling it through Guitar Center at 129 bucks or whatever. This is exactly what that is. Guys, leave me some comments and list off some of the guitars that they started importing from China and it ruined the guitar manufacturer's name. Because there's a lot of guitars out there in the world that, I'm going to say it, China kind of ruined its reputation. Kramer was such a big thing in the 1980s, and then you ended up with this kind of stuff, and it's not always a good idea, although they probably made a bunch of money doing it. Leave me some comments, guys. What do you think? Alright, so just again, let's look at a few of them. I'm not going to put them all on the bench, but just to run through an Aria Pro, an Ibanez. This is that first act. And back in the day, if you bought the Volkswagen, you got the guitar, and it actually has the VIN number tag on the back that matches the car. So this is kind of a unique guitar from first act. And then we got a Squire and a PV. Here's the Kramer Focus and the Yamaha that I showed you guys already. This is a Squire Korea, but this is from E6 on the serial number. I think this is an 86 Squire Bullet from Korea. And so that's kind of a cool guitar. It's got tons of shine on the neck. And so, yeah, some of these will end up out in the front showroom, but it's just Overstock stuff. An Ibanez RG, another Epi Special in a very light gray color, another Ibanez right here, which is, you know, they're dusty, but I'm storing them nicely. And guys are welcome to come down this hallway and look at all this stuff too. There's an LTD EC10, so inexpensive LTD. And this is a strange one. Well, not that strange. A Brownsville. So this was a Sam Ash house brand. And we all know that Sam Ash closed all their stores about a year ago. But that was their house brand. Here's a Squire. Here's a Chinese BC guitar from straight out of China. I believe the BC stood for best choice. But it's not a good choice at all. This was Stag Guitars, which was a popular brand for a little while there. And so, yeah, just everything down the hallway is just older random stuff. There's a really nice Court. This thing's been around for a while. I love the trim on this because it's kind of floating. And here's a Horner guitar that has a very cool inlay on the fretboard. The MR800 from Horner. Not a bad guitar at all. Here's an old Harmony, an old Cozart, and a Viper. And more cheap stuff like this. An older Silvertone. Not that much older though. And just then a couple of junkers back here in the back. A Lion, a couple of Lions and stuff. But yeah, that's the back room. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what videos you want to see. I got a lot of video content coming up, so make sure to like, subscribe, and do all that YouTube stuff for me. And I'll see you in the next video.